Hi everyone, this is Hwasun, and this is a little bit about my journey to leadership growth. The main ways in which I've grown this past year can be summarized in three words: academics, challenge, and volunteering. The first area is my academics. One of the things I was most interested in coming to the US was literature for children. To develop my knowledge of teaching literature, I did a couple of things. First, I observed American English literature classes. Through this observation, I learned the similarity and differences between how literature is taught in Korea and the US.
So I'm going to give you 1 minute. I want you to think about the picture.
One of the most interesting things I learned was that US students choose a book according to their reading competency level and interest, and do individual activities. I focused especially on ESL classes because I wanted to learn specific teaching techniques that would help me teach back home. I could learn useful tips for teaching vocabulary through ESL classes. In this class, I also had the opportunity to share my teaching experience in Korea with my colleagues. This is a video of me sharing the experiences I had teaching Korean students to my colleagues. I introduced various activities that I led with my former students. It was really fun to be able to exchange the cultural differences of teaching. In order to apply the things I learned through my classes, I volunteered by reading books to second-generation immigrants' kids. These were kids that had difficulty learning languages because they were brought up in a bilingual context. Here you can see Marx and Sophia, who are very happy to hear me read a book for them. Another way I grew up academically was in the area of social justice. Coming from South Korea, I thought that the United States was relatively free from disparity. But since I took some classes about social justice, I became aware of the discrimination that still prevails in the society. In one of the courses, Dialogue in Social Justice, I did a 14 weeks social justice project. It is about current social issues and my personal reflection on them. This website is what I made, and it includes social issues of race, sexism, ableism, and homophobia. This class made me have an interest in social issues, even those that are not related to my personal life directly. My professor, Dr. Panic, steadily encouraged me to have questions about the hidden meaning of the social issues and come to my own conclusions. From this class, I learned that is why we need to keep talking about injustice, and a good reader should know what is right or wrong. And this is another class about social justice and school curriculum. I met Michael Apple, who I really wanted to meet in my life. From his inspiring question and discussion with other colleagues, I could become aware of a strong relationship among politics, economy, and education. I also learned the important role of education and teachers for the betterment of society. This is my real-world participation for social justice against Trump's proposed health care policy. I also achieved professional knowledge of technology. I took 2 courses on the effective ways of using technology in education. In particular, I've been interested in flipped learning, so I shared my experience and research on the flipped classroom with my colleagues. Through my educational leadership program, academically, I gained professional expertise in education, and I also thought about the role of me as an educator. The second area of my growth is in challenging myself. For self-improvements, I started several challenges. First of all, I've joined in rock climbing club and did it on every Saturday. I was really surprised that I have natural born talent to climb on the wall. And my second challenge is painting. I love art, and because I taught art class for several years in Korea, I wanted to develop my painting skills. With my friend who is majoring in arts, I started oil painting. These are my baby steps in painting. Another challenge is playing the guitar. I started taking guitar lessons since last semester. Actually, my final goal is to be able to sing and play the guitar for my future husband in my wedding. I think that I need tons of practice, but do you want to hear a little bit of my guitar? I also wanted to make my life funnier and more enriched. So my last challenge was traveling around in the United States. I traveled to the east, west coast, southern part of course, the Midwest as well. New York, Boston, New Jersey, Atlantic City, Buffalo, Orlando, DC, San Diego, LA, San Francisco, Minneapolis, Chicago, New Orleans, and Wisconsin area. I met amazing people in my journey, and from them I learned lots of things about life, which I couldn't have learned in classes. I've grown a lot.
Through and through, she's a very sweet person who is very easy to get to know because she is willing to be open and to talk about her own life and to learn more about others as well.
The last area of my growth is in volunteering. I participated in a language partner program and met Catherine, who took Korean class. Every Thursday we met and practiced Korean and became friends. I was very appreciated to have this awesome experience, and I was very glad to have an opportunity to help someone. She also taught me real-life English expressions, and it was so much fun. She is one of the most unforgettable memories of my life in medicine.
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 Catherine입니다. We weren't just language exchange partners, we became real-life friends. And I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to learn and improve my Korean from Hwasan.
Additionally, I volunteered as a group leader of my church for the last year. Based on God's love and His Word, I tried to support my group members and prayed for them. And we did group Bible study together. We have one member from England, so we translated Bible questions in English for her and could share our daily devotion with her as well.
Hwasan 언니, 안녕하세요. Thank you so much for the time you helped me translate the Romans chapter that I didn't, the questions that I didn't know how to do.
It made me grow personally and faithfully. From my long journey, I learned many things from the classes, people, and various experiences. They gave me an opportunity to open up my eyes, to see what is most important in our lives, how much diversity is beautiful, and what kind of person I want to be, and what I need to teach my students. With these precious lessons, I will keep working and learning as a scholar, teacher, and Christian. And I will share what I've learned and realized with my colleagues and students in my country. Thank you for watching my story.